Greetings, Virgo. Welcome to your Mars and Sagittarius reading. Mars in your fourth house, resetting your home life. You have a new vision for what your private life, your private experience should be. There's what people see of you when you are out in the world. And then there is the world behind the scenes, away from the public eye. And although your mind has been desiring something, a specific flow, your heart wasn't ready. You weren't ready to be receptive. You weren't ready for things to play out in a way that is slightly different than your original vision, but perfect just for you. You haven't been ready for a really long time. But now, with Mars in Sagittarius, your fourth house, your safe space is complete. Yes, there's more to carve out and plan out always. But you can finally just do you. The Hermit card, the Virgo card. You finally feel like everything is fair the way that it should be. And it's great. And I mean, these are all excellent cards. These are all this mutable energy. Everything right now is building mutable signs back up after wars that they felt like they couldn't win. All mutable signs are feeling the reward for the work that they put in and the struggle that they went through. So yeah, it's again, it's not exactly how you imagined it, but it's perfect for you. It's great, and you have all the space that you need, which is the most important part of all of this. So let's talk about what that means for your money life and your love life. In your money life, things get back on track. Business flows the way that it always should have, which makes you super motivated to build. But some of these things are taking more energy than you should be giving, and it's time to resolve that. Wherever things are really just not working in your business sphere, you're going to have to face it head on. You're going to have to just say exactly how you feel. And the fact that the perfect way that things could be playing out for you, that's a very real thing. So you allowing things to not play out the way that you really want and need them to is really just a choice. It's you needing to protect yourself with this Mars energy. Mars in Sagittarius craves truths. It wants you to be honest about what you think. And it's okay if you need a little bit of time to think through, take your time, unravel all of these riddles. But as they unravel, be honest about what is too much on you, because this energy is just not sustainable. But also, it doesn't feed into this private life that you're really wanting to put more energy into. And whatever you need to start to reflect on and think about, to admit that this can no longer be this way anymore, do that reflection, because that's what's going to give you that well of energy to say, I deserve happy. I deserve for my work to be really good and something that I can handle. Yeah. But, outside of the workload, outside of, you needing to balance that out, there's also this almost like perfect career, perfect personal life coming to life for you. And it really triggers people who have either you haven't been on the scene, or for whatever reason mentally they feel like you don't deserve to be happy. You being they enjoy you being in this place of striving, because that puts you below them. So if you are always striving, if they can do whatever they can within the professional sphere to keep you from taking off, even if your taking off would benefit them, they don't care. They're so willing to destroy the whole thing, the whole dynamic, just so that you don't take that next level up, because they see a level up for you as a level down for them. And that's unfortunate, because it really could be a level up for all of you, not just on the professional stage and, just the reputation that is going to come out strong for you regardless. If they really could be partners to you, you would all get to experience it together. But the thing about you is you're mutable. And so, you know, your private life is truly your private life. They'll never know how you really feel about them unless they earn that in your mind, right? They're so insignificant in your life that you're not even going to spend the energy trying to express to them or showing them how you feel, because it's just so insignificant. But people think, especially in professional settings, that it's your whole life. That's why they feel this inflated sense of importance and this desire to step on you, because they're like, oh my gosh, they just take up so much energy, when really you're just working really hard. So really you're just reflecting to them that they don't work hard enough, and it drives them to into a frenzy, you know. So you all could be doing this level up together, but the thing about Mars is that part of you wants to do it in partnership, but for mutable signs you are being asked to embrace this already existing part of you that actually likes to do your own thing. You're finally getting permission to go your own way, do your own thing, not ask for permission, be ahead of everybody, all the things that you want. And that's exactly what you should do. So really the challenge is this deeply compassionate part of you that thinks that you can bring people on this journey with you, that thinks that, everybody wants to win with you, everybody wants to move into this next phase with you, but they don't. And it's odd. But as you process that, you do this thing where you run out ahead of them, you let yourself beat them. Why hold back? Why not let yourself be as mutable as you are? All mutable signs are deeply competitive. That's why they seem so psychotic sometimes, because yeah, and sometimes, yeah, they will seemingly do whatever they need to whatever riddle to get to where they want to get to. But for the most part, when you are in a healthy place, you do it in a way that, is fair, you know? So, but a lot of times you hold yourself back because you're just like, I don't want people to feel like how much better I am than them at this thing or that thing, because then they'll hate me, or then they'll, yeah, just be jealous of me, or then, it just gets weird, and it's like, we don't have to do that. Like, we don't have to, I don't want to make you, because in their mind, they can't process your skill and be in your world. It just does something really. It's the Neptune, your house of relationships, Pisces. Neptune rules Pisces and Jupiter. So people can see this good fortune that comes with being in connection to you, but their egos are triggered in such a way that if they are not deeply rooted, deeply spiritual, they can't get close to you, because your skill will literally send them into a frenzy. It does it. So as you process that in your work sphere, you stop focusing so much on the people, which is what Mars wants you to do. It wants you to not be so wrapped up in what everybody has going on, and actually go do those things that you really want to do that are your things, especially when it comes to the home life, the lifestyle, the private life that you want to have, you want to go experience. And the way that the cards are funnily showing up, it's like, I was going to say something really sassy and it escaped me, so maybe it wasn't meant to be said. But basically, while people are, spending all this energy trying to squander your professional success, one, it's not going to work. And two, you can just do your job and start to invest your energy back into the home, into the family life and dynamic that you've been wanting to build. You need a lot of patience and groundedness and softness and sweetness to really be in that home energy that you're really wanting, and pulling away from this public life that wants so badly to be you. It's just it's if it's nice, it'll feel nice to be able to hide out in these really safe spaces with these really safe people, and just enjoy your life, make your personal life better and better and better, instead of getting wrapped up in this game that they want to play with you. Just make your personal life better and better and better and better. Build like you like to do. Build all that energy you've been putting into your, you know public life, shift it back, and see how sweet things can get, to the point where it's like, oh yeah, sure, as long as the money's flowing. I don't actually want to I don't actually want to do the work. I don't want to spend Pluto and Aquarius the next 20 years working my ass off. I don't actually want that. So if that's what I'm doing, we can go ahead and, hey, Pluto and Aquarius, if you're not smart, you will spend the next 20 years working your ass off while people are just sipping the lemonade and you're over here doing all the fucking work. No, that's done. Okay? I'm not going to say you don't care, but you're just like, you're grateful, you're happy, and you want these things to thrive, but you're done. You're not going to commit to, being the one that picks up the slack for the next 20 years. No, 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 no. And Mars and Sagittarius is not having it. It's like, okay, thanks, you did that. You got us through this transition, which was really hard for everybody. Thank you for doing that. Pluto and Aquarius is a massive change. Everyone's feeling it, and you really were the one who you know, helped everybody through. Virgo energy, sixth south energy, helped everybody through that transition. You carried the weight that a lot of people could not carry. Thank you for doing that. Now let's go have some fun. Now let's get out of here. Okay. We're not doing this anymore. This is not needed anymore. You are actually supposed to be enjoying, you're supposed to be helping people from this place that you actually feel like you're getting the things that you want. So let's talk about the things that you want in terms of love, because love is here. It is wanting to chase you for fun. It's all in fun. And there's a lot of different ways that this love is manifesting in your life. And some of it is not so grounded, and some of it is deeply grounded. And it's really your choice in which direction you want to go and what energy you want to invest. If you want to, have some non grounded, exploratory, romantic fun, that is definitely on the table during this time. And the consequences, there really aren't many because you're on the same page. It's not some weird stuff, right? Not at all, actually. It's very um what's the word? I don't know, it's just right. It's just fair. Like not fair, but it's just there's no secret. There's no element of secrecy to it. That's what makes it really healthy. Whether you want to be super grounded or you want to have some fun, like everything is out in the open. The Sagittarian energy is just very honest. It doesn't care. Like, I don't care what you think about me, right? Like, this is what it is. This is what I think. This is how I feel. Da 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 da. This is what I want. What do you want? So, in terms of love and going down non traditional paths, this is actually a very supported time for mutable signs for Virgos because there are a lot of people who like non traditional paths. And finally, with the Sagittarian energy, you can do it in a way that like people actually can mind their fucking business versus like being so obsessed with the fact that you're different, you know. They're just bored. They're typically just super bored, and finally everybody's having some fun, so they're minding their own damn business, and you can do what you want to do. It's great. So if you want to go that route, romantically, and be more exploratory, do it. This is a great time to just, you know, have different experiences, you know, even people who are like, who've been in relationships for married for 10, 20 years, this is what they want. Okay. This is not something so crazy. It's people realize, oh, yeah, like we love this traditional stuff, but it's like, you want to, that's what Sagittarian energy is. There's no bounds to it. There's nothing now that I can explain to be like, okay, this way, that way, that way. No, it's like whatever. You have this instinct, you have this feeling, you have this something new, and maybe it's not something that it will last or be something so, you know, solid in your life forever, but it's like it's just something that you have this draw to and you want to explore it. So I say go for it if that's what you're wanting right now. That door is definitely open, and it's a lot because it's like, oh, fun. But that's for those of you who are probably younger and are just having fun as you should, like especially if you've been working so hard, like you just want to have some fun, you just want to let loose, you just want to you know be out, you know what I'm saying? Just don't do anything stupid for real. You don't want no long-term fucking shit. But for those of you who are wanting something super super serious, this is a really really good time to attract that connection, to plant the seeds for that connection, to the thing that Virgo, the conversation that we have to have about you is one that is sensitive because you are typically so good at everything that you try and that you put your energy into. I mean, this is what I was. The cards just keep coming. These are all hard cards. These are all of the hard cards. If you're looking for the hard cards, these are them. Okay, but it's good that we're having this conversation because it's time to really admit shortcomings so that you can move forward, so that you can be better for yourself, better for your future partners. This is a very honest conversation that we're going to have right here, right now, because we can handle it. Mars is in Sagittarius. We're going to do it in a sweet way, but it's going to be real and we're going to get it done quick and we're going to move on. Okay. In a romantic sense, your romantic habits, how you are in a relationship, Your bad habits, the moon, your shadow side, that ego within you, that is something to let go of here and now today. Okay? Something to walk away from, because all it does is make people treat you really badly, and you end up just getting with people who are just a walking lesson in your life, to where you're going to have to actually face these things at some point, no matter what. So the things that you do that you know sabotages your relationships. Okay, you don't have to tell anybody. You don't have to say, this is what I did, this is what I didn't do. I mean, the one thing is thinking that like you really need them to be the one to make everything okay. You don't. That's what you have the divine for. You're perfectly fine. You're great. You're wonderful. You're blessed. You're winning. You need people and you're fine with needing people, but you don't need a partner to make your life good. You don't need a partner to make your life happy, but they can definitely add to it, and they can definitely, you're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. You're very successful. You're very talented. You're very wise. And you're a good person, and you are worthy of a wonderful relationship. So those bad habits that you have in love, in order for this relationship to really take root and, fly, Sagittarian energy wants to fly. We're leaving this past destination and moving into a new destination, leaving this destination, moving into a much more glorious destination. And we don't plan on going back to that old destination, Mars and Sagittarius. This is an intense and really loud reset. But you can't reset if you're still the same, if you act the same in your love life. You have to actually change your habits for the long term, for the better, for things to fully materialize. Okay? And you're doing it. See, that wasn't that painful, right? I didn't even say all the stuff, I just said some stuff. But it's so important. It's so important because you're mutable, yes, but you also wouldn't mind having all those things, you know what I mean? All those things that, like, it's even crazy to talk about because mutable signs are like so in a different world, for real, for real. But it's really nice when you get to have all the things, isn't it? Yeah, the things you I don't care about that. Maybe you don't really care, but it's nice to have it. It's really nice to have it. And the only way you can have it is by being super, super clean, super clean. And you know how to be clean. But, and we'll close out with this, like, okay, like people didn't create that energy with you where you actually wanted to do the work. And that's a part of it too, right? Like picking the right person, the right people who don't make you fight with yourself or act toxic because you actually value them, but especially in love, but also friendship, business, all those things. Yeah, that's a big part of it. Picking the right people to be in your life so that you work. When you decide you're going to work at something, love wise, friendship wise, business wise, when you decide that you're going to commit to something for the long term, you don't plan on breaking that agreement. Do things get a little messy? Sure, but you are in it for what you signed up for. And so if you're ever not, it's because you've chosen something that is really not, it's not a match. So it's like, it feels like you're wasting energy. So really, you're not just acting out because you're not just acting out because you want to be toxic or whatever. You're acting out because you have lowered your standard of what you need in terms of connection, friendship, the people closest to you. You've lowered your standard. And so you're dealing with moments with people who don't meet your standards, and so it just creates this part of you that just feels like you're rotting, and then you start acting out. So picking the right people so that you can, picking the right opportunities, picking the right relationships so that you can feel this Martian energy that's like go and don't stop. That is something very spiritual. It's not something to be stressed about. It's not something to question. It's not something to worry. When your soul knows that you have chosen the right thing, the work is kind of easy, really. Nobody's ever told you that it should be easy. You've always thought it's supposed to be hard. It should be easy. It should be easy for you. It should be easy for you on every level. That's all right. You thought you had to be the one to make everything okay when Pluto moved into Aquarius, but you finished that job, and now you get to enjoy 20 years of ease. Ease. I am sending you so much love, Virgo, and I will see you in your next transit reading. In the meantime, you can schedule private and birth chart readings with me through the link in the description. More love. Bye. I think the description's down there. Okay. Bye.